Chief Bola Okari was the kind of wealthy man whose name carried weight. His fortune stretched across Lagos and beyond, 3 sprawling houses in the city, acres of ancestral land in the village, and bank accounts so numerous that even his closest associates couldn't keep track. His wealth was not just money, it was legend. And when he died, the grief in his household was muted, replaced by calculation. Tears were scarce, but gossip was abundant. The reading of his will was an event in itself. The air inside the lawyer's office was thick with greed. Relatives who hadn't visited in decades suddenly recalled his favorite meals, speaking of him as though they had shared his last breath. Sons he had publicly denied now arrived armed with DNA test results, their confidence as sharp as knives. Even politicians, sensing opportunity, sent lawyers to hover like vultures, just in case their names appeared in the document. The lawyer, a weary man who had seen too many families torn apart by inheritance, cleared his throat and read the simple line that would ignite chaos. Chief Bola left everything to be shared equally among his heirs. That was all it took. The room erupted in rivalry. Equal shares meant nothing when everyone believed they deserved more. The first to act was Connor, Bola's loudest nephew. Brash and boastful, Connor wasted no time. The very next morning, he broke the seal on the Lagos mansion's gate and marched inside, already bragging on the phone about renovations he planned. By evening, his voice was silenced forever. He slipped on the staircase, a clean fall, his neck snapping instantly. He was dead before the ambulance arrived. People shook their heads, muttering that accidents happen. But the whispers had begun. Next came Amoka, a woman who claimed to be Bola's secret daughter. She arrived with documents and witnesses. She spent one night in the mansion. By morning, she was found floating lifeless in the swimming pool. No struggle, no explanation. The whispers grew louder. But greed is louder than fear. More relatives tried their luck. But each met a strange fate. One was electrocuted by a generator that had worked flawlessly for 10 years. Another crashed his car into a tree that seemed to appear out of nowhere. One choked on pepper soup while dining alone in the quiet mansion. Each death was peculiar. Each death followed the same pattern, stepping onto Chief Bola's land. Soon, the house became a place no one dared enter. Lawyers stopped pressing claims. Politicians withdrew their interest. The estate sat untouched, gathering dust, watching silently as the world outside moved on. Rumors grew teeth. People said Bola had been cruel but careful, a man of many lovers but little trust. They whispered that when illness struck him, he summoned a powerful Dibia from the east. Blood was spilled, promises sealed. Only my true blood, he allegedly declared, not thieves wearing my name. Years passed. The mansion decayed. Grass swallowed the gates, vines crept over the walls. The once proud estate became a cautionary tale, told in hushed voices around fires at night. Then one day, a young woman named Zainab appeared. She sold groundnuts by the roadside near the estate, living a simple life. Her mother had once worked as a cleaner for Chief Bola, back when his wealth was still growing. Zainab did not come for the house. The house came for her. One afternoon, she fainted near the gate. When she woke, she was lying on the veranda inside the compound. The gateman, who had guarded the cursed estate for years, stared at her as though he had seen a ghost. "You entered," he whispered. "And you're alive." Zainab felt a strange pull, guiding her toward the old study. There, in a locked drawer untouched for years, she found a letter and a photograph. The photograph showed her mother, younger, standing beside Chief Bola, visibly pregnant. The letter was short, but heavy with truth. "If you are reading this, then you are mine. I failed your mother. I failed you, but I will not fail my blood." That night, for the first time in years, the mansion's lights flickered on by themselves. No accidents followed. Everywhere was calm. Zainab did not sell the house. She transformed it. Part of it became a school, another part a clinic. The rest she left untouched, a quiet monument to the past. People marveled at how the juju had stopped. Everyone who had lied with their mouth or blood paid the price. Only truth survived.